If you want to ride, don't ride the white sheep. That's old school for y'all. That's something you'll never hear in a Criterion movie, but you'll definitely hear in a Criterion Collection review. Hello there, Nate Jackson, Criterion Collection reviewer, guy of all sorts of places and peoples and birds and helicopters flying above me. We can't hear them anymore, but police are out looking for somebody. Just like Wanda's looking for the White Sheik, number 189, directed by Federico Fellini. But no, this one isn't bad. This one is not 8.5. This one is not Amarcord. This one is not In the Ship Sails On. This one is not that other crappy one he did. The other crappy ones he did. This is this one good. It's pretty. Well, it's not great. It's. I'd say if Knights of CABIRIA is his best and Variety Lights is his second best, this is probably number 3 in the list. Yeah. So anyway, 1952, 86 minutes, Italian, of course. This one not too long, and pretty easy one to get through. So let's talk about this one. So we got this guy. His name's Ivan Cavalli, and he's on his honeymoon with his wife Wanda. However, his idea of a honeymoon consists of spending all their time with his relatives and going to see the Pope and going sightseeing and everything, and just dragging her along for the ride. And, not really having a lot. She wants to have time with them to themselves. But anyway, that's the least of her problems in the beginning, because she is obsessed, dreaming of meeting this character, this guy named the White Sheik, who's an actor. He's like a acrobat guy who showed up, who's part of a famous Italian soap opera comic strip, and they did movies. They're doing a live action movie based on the strip, and so she is trying to find the guy who's playing him, Fernando something, Navalli or something like that. And so she runs off. She leaves her husband. She says she's going to take a bath, and she ends up leaving the water running, and she runs off and tries to find him, and she ends up hitching a ride with this guy to where they're shooting the movie, and she ends up finding him, and they meet and they fall for each other, but in the end he ends up getting beat up by his wife. Finds out, the actor's wife finds out, and she ends up they all abandon her, and she asks for a ride back into town and all that, and so yeah, she realizes that she quote unquote made a mistake. At the same time, while all this is happening, Ivan finds out that his wife's gone, and his relatives come by to meet her, and the whole time she's gone, he has to make up excuse after excuse as to why she's not there. They have to keep going out without her. And after a while, after the day's over, I think the events of the movie all take place in 2 days, because toward the middle of the movie, he kind of realizes that his wife's gone and all that. But anyway, toward the end, she ends up getting so depressed that she ends up trying to kill herself or drown herself. And this guy finds her, and they contact Ivan. And so they go off to the hospital, and he gets all upset. But at the end, he tells her, put her clothes on, and she apologizes to Ivan. And but I guess he doesn't really want to hear it too much. But anyway, so they finally meet Wanda. Ivan's relatives finally meet Wanda, and they walk off to, I guess, meet the Pope or something. And she realizes that she made a mistake, and she keeps claiming herself as pure and clean or something like that. And I don't think they do. And yeah, they don't kiss. They do they drink together. They don't remember them kissing. But yeah, so she tries to just convince Ivan that she's truly sorry and all that. And in the end, I guess he does forgive her, and she calls him his White Sheik, her White Sheik. And I'm like, oh god, well, that's the cheesiness right there. So, and in the end, he says, yes, I'm clean too. So they kind of just forgive each other and go on with it. So it's a happy ending. It's not like this. Wanda realizes that, stay faithful to your husband and all that. So it's not bad. And that's basically the movie. Now, the one thing that I'm not mentioning, and for those of you who know me and Fellini, and for those of you who know why I would want to watch a Fellini movie, know what I'm going to mention next. There's one thing that keeps me from giving this movie a low rating because it's a Fellini movie. And, well, one person. And, yes. About halfway through the movie, well over halfway through the movie, as I mentioned before, Ivan realizes that his wife's walked away and he's crying by a fountain. And we see two women walking out of the shadows, like past this building. One of them is a taller woman. I think she's like a brunette, like a colorful dress and all that. And the other one's a little shorter, blonde hair, very talkative, very animated. Yeah, Giulietta Messina as CABIRIA! CABIRIA's Maggie! CABIRIA! Yes, this was the movie that apparently inspired Knights of CABIRIA, because this was the first time she played the character. And I guess her performance, like, she's only in it for like 5 to 6, 7 minutes total of the whole movie. Yet she gets credit because, she's Fellini's wife and she's on the poster, and it's weird because I thought that, her scene would really steal the movie. And in a sense it does, but at the same time it's not as impactful as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little more like, very, it's basically the whole scene is, CABIRIA finds Ivan and her and her friend try to console him. She shows him all these, he shows CABIRIA all these photos of his wife, and they comment on her and all that. And then she ends up going off with this other guy who's like a fire breather, and yeah, that's basically the whole scene. It saves the movie from being, because I was kind of annoyed by, Wanda, and just the fact that she has that kind of face that just kind of annoys me. Like, the woman from Rebecca, Joan Severance, I think what her name is, Joan Fontaine. Yeah, they got that kind of innocent, young, pretty face that just kind of like, naivety or something like that. Very naive faces. So yeah, I wasn't too crazy about that in the movie because of the fact that, Wanda's just so in love, oh my god, So, and just leaving poor Ivan to just make up all these stories. But, I guess in the end, because Ivan kind of was asking for it because he didn't want to spend any personal time with his wife, so be it. But, yeah. Messina. Gotta love Messina. CABIRIA, we get to see CABIRIA in the beginning of it all, before we expanded the character and gave her a whole friggin' movie. So, it's worth it for that scene. As any Fellini movie is worth it for Giulietta Messina, this movie is worth it for the first instance of CABIRIA. And yeah, so that's it. That's all I can say really about this one. Rating. A minus? No, B plus, because this and I'm giving it because Criterion is kind of like really, really like ambitious in their description. The themes and styles that would make Federico Fellini world famous can be. Wait a minute, no. But Wanda, dreaming of the dashing hero of a photostrip cartoon, drifts off in search of the White Sheik, setting off a slapstick comedy worthy of Charlie Chaplin. I didn't see one goddamn scene of slapstick, apart from maybe like when the wife beats up the White Sheik. That's all I saw. So I think I'm giving this a low rating, mostly because Criterion lied to me. So, I would like this movie if Criterion had been a little more truthful. I didn't see no goddamn slapstick in the movie. There's more slapstick in Variety Lights than this one. So, yeah, White Sheik, B+. Not a C because of Giulietta Messina. So there you are. B+. Only supplement is a half-hour interview with Triste, who played Ivan, Brunella Bovo, who played Wanda, and Fellini biographer Moraldo Rossini, who basically talk about just the making of the film. They talk about meeting Fellini for the first time and working on the film and its reception and all that. So that's basically it. No trailer for this one. I was surprised that maybe they didn't make a trailer for it. I don't know. It was Fellini's first film too, his first solo film too. So yeah, I guess this is where it all began for this guy. Yeah, so that's it for me. White Sheik, B+. There you are. Alright, so next week, next Sunday, that's it for today, but Sunday, Kurosawa! Number 190, Kurosawa, Throw the Blood. Okay, I'm so excited. And Kurosawa doing Macbeth, Kurosawa and Shakespeare. That's a match made in heaven or limbo or wherever you are. Then Monday we'll do Derek Jarman's Jubilee, and then Tuesday, Coup de Grace. Yes, on VHS. This is the first time I've had to watch a VHS tape since The Night Porter, so this will be interesting. I was gonna watch it on Hulu Plus, but I thought this will probably be a little easier because I have access. I can show you something. And yeah, like I said, we'll do the review, do the supplements of the interviews when I get the DVD, if and when I ever get the DVD. And yeah, so that's it. And then and then Quad de Quivers, I forget the name of it. It's number 193. I'm gonna try to do it next Thursday, so next week. And yeah, and then after that, we'll take a break. We're gonna take the weekend. I'm taking the weekend off, and then after that, the next couple, I think Il Posto and Fidanzeni. I guess a couple more Italian movies, and we'll do those probably 2 Thursdays from now. We'll at least do Il Posto, depending on how long they take. And yeah, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't fall in love with comic strip characters. Don't leave your husband. Don't leave the water running, because we're in a freaking drought right now. Don't you dare leave the water running in your bath and in a hotel room. And yeah, that's all I can say. And CABIRIA, yay CABIRIA! All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday for Throne of Blood. And until then, goodbye.